Ways men test women. Why is he trying to make you jealous? Love tips. This video will reveal the 3-step psychological disarming process that'll make him intrigued by you. And when you don't know this, it ends up making a man think that you're a crazy girl, even though we both know that you're not. Hey, it's Erin, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily. If you want to know what to do when a man tries to make you jealous, then write "I'm ready" right now in the comments while the intro plays. This video has been requested so many times, so I hope you guys enjoy. But before we dive into today's video, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, any of my videos, anything about me, if you like what I'm wearing, if you like love tips, leave me a like, a thumbs up, give me a like, share, subscribe, tell people all about it. Now, is he trying to make you jealous, and why is he trying to make you jealous? More importantly, what purpose does it serve? So, the reason he's making you jealous is probably because he believes it will boost his attractiveness in your view of him if you perceive him as having other women that are into him, and it'll make you work harder in order to chase him and win him for yourself. So he's basically trying to provoke a reaction from you and to validate that you care. Now, your jealousy ends up getting interpreted by him as a sign you do care. I'm not saying this is mature, healthy, or normal, but I'm simply explaining a motivating factor here so you're aware of what's going on and don't have to second guess why he's doing this. So there is a third possibility, but let me talk about how to deal with these first two scenarios, and then we'll talk about the third, okay? So here's the deal. If you feel triggered to a point where you feel like you must react, here's the best way to react to him: try to make you jealous. Now, the purpose of doing this technique is to avoid coming off as creepy, desperate, or crazy. Lots of relationship questions and relationship problems do involve jealousy, and the bad reaction to it is going to cause more harm to your relationship than you even realize, so that's why this strategy is in place for you. So here's what you can do. It's number 1, disarm. So kind of like if someone's trying to rob you, I'm kidding, but you disarm the person. How? You react the opposite way that he would expect. So when you do a disarming anything, the point is to do the opposite of what someone would expect. So even if you were in a dangerous situation, not saying that that's what this is, but it is dangerous in terms of sabotaging your love life. But if you were in danger, you would disarm the person and you would be surprising. You wouldn't give them what is conventional. You can't disarm somebody if they know what to expect and they can anticipate your next move. It's a very interesting dynamic when somebody does something that you don't expect them to do. And then number 2 is shock. So this is again gonna be the disarming. You're gonna say something that will evoke the opposite of what he expects. So here's an example. If a guy says, "Oh my God, that girl's so fine," it's fine. I'm gonna just pretend that he used the word fine and that's what happened. You can say, "You're right, that girl is super hot." Or, "You're right, that girl is super fine. I'd even date her TBH," or to be honest. As long as, actually don't say TBH. I would say, I'd even date her, to be honest. As long as you like me just a little bit more, I'd welcome her in. For real, I'm being dead serious right now. Now this is a more daring approach, but do it if you feel frisky. Now, I wanna get your opinion on this method. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, please, because I'm very excited to share it with you, and I hope that you are gonna use it if you feel up to it. Now, the third option is to acknowledge that you're jealous, but say it turns you on, and if you're really feeling adventurous, even make a forward move on him right after, essentially. So it's a very effective method. Physical connection, it's a great passionate move, and it's a very good power play, if you will, because this is all gonna disarm, shock, surprise. Now, number 3, brush it off as if you don't care and let him bask in the ambiguity of it. This is what that will achieve. He's gonna be intrigued by you and like you more for it. This is gonna still cause intrigue, but to be realistic, if you just do this, you brush it off, let him wonder, then guess what happens? He won't try to make you jealous again. He'll still be intrigued, but the truth is, not being jealous and having no reaction is the best. And I think you'll see how that's really possible when I tell you about this third scenario of him trying to make you jealous. he's actually not trying to make you jealous. You just think he is. It's one of the ways that men test women. You might think to yourself, but it's not. You see, I'm gonna reveal a very uncomfortable truth right now that a lot of women don't want to accept, but it's a fact. Men do find other women hot, even if you've been together for 5 years and even if you're married. It doesn't mean he's going to or wants to date them. It's a biological instinct, okay? And you can either accept this biological instinct or you can lie to yourself. This is a non-issue in a committed relationship where the relationship and union means more to him than just attraction and bedroom time, however. So what kinds of things then mean more to a man than finding a woman attractive? Well, creating a strong family, raising excellent children, little children running around, living a meaningful life, creating a strong, deep, meaningful connection, and connecting with what he considers his life's purpose. When a man has a relationship with a woman that is deeply tied into a sense of meaning and purpose for his life, then the more superficial things like a pretty, smoking hot dime piece walking and strutting around in her obnoxious string bikini barely even registers. Yes, he sees, oh yes, hot piece of something, but the depth and support, the true depth, the meaning, the beyond the surface level connection that your relationship offers, that's what's most meaningful to him. And that's one of the big reasons that I frequently recommend that women understand and support a man's drive. Because when you put your focus and attention into supporting his drive in your relationship, you are directly feeding the part of him that inspires him to want to deepen his relationship with you. Now, the big message here is that your relationships need to be based on something much deeper and more meaningful to him than just shallow physical attraction. So I have a very important question for you. How much has your relationship invested in this area with him? Now, what does that mean? Look at the guy that you want to figure out why he's making you jealous. Look at your relationship with him. What is it based on? Where did you meet him? What is the dynamic like when you talk to him? Do you say things that are actually from the heart? Do you have a deep, vulnerable connection where you actually talk about your life, your purpose, what you guys want? Do you know him? Do you know who he is? Do you know what he wants out of life? If you had to answer this question, could you? I would really take a moment to pause, because let me tell you the truth. Men don't just sit there in their mastermind of manipulation trying to make you jealous. Men don't really do that. It's a very, very rare scenario that a man would actively be trying to make you jealous to piss you off and to trigger you. Yes, men do enjoy that superficial instant gratification when they piss you off and it shows that you care, but that's a very superficial and meaningless relationship if it's based on those artificially stimulating moments of, you know, an ego boost, basically. So his ego might be boosted by you getting pissed off about other women. That's like the best case scenario here. But the biggest problem that you're having is something that you're creating in your own mind. You might truly not realize how delusional, and I say this because I can be delusional too, but how delusional some of the fears that women end up having are. And again, I'm not saying this out of judgment. I've helped women out of their true delusions that only hurt themselves. I've seen this so many times, and that's why I'm saying it to you like that. I'm not criticizing it, because I know how painful it is when you're stuck in the delusion that everything a man does is to hurt you and to break you. He is not trying to break you. He is not trying to manipulate you. The truth of the matter is maybe he's not trying to make you jealous and he actually likes these women that you're angry about him liking. Or if you are in a relationship, you need to step back and ask, what is it that's making you jealous? If he's liking a girl's Instagram post and he's committed to you and your relationship is based on depth and true connection, you don't have to worry. Yes, he can go like those posts until the cows come home, but until there's a reason to not trust him, don't let yourself fall into the delusion of fear that you are gonna get cheated on or that he'll do something bad, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your delusions are literally all the thoughts you have that are based in a fear of losing him and what will happen. Nothing will happen until it happens. and then you can be upset about it. But for now, just live in the moment, focus on establishing depth of connection, and quiet those thoughts because they're not serving you, and you must allow them to float away like meaningless clouds of things that don't matter. Your fear is killing your attractiveness, and you will end up jealous when he is with another woman. And I say this because I want to help you. He will end up leaving you for somebody who is not going to be operated by her fears and her insecurity. So do it for yourself. Let go of those fears, the haunting, really deeply insecure fears, and realize that you don't have anybody. Every day of a relationship is a choice, and it is something that you experience. So let go of that, and I want you to be ready to have real love, and that's only possible when you let go of that. So on that note, be sure to hit like and comment with your thoughts on any questions and any thoughts you have on this topic and what I said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. And do share this video if you found it helpful, and give it a like, because it definitely lets YouTube know to recommend this video more. But most importantly, you need to know the truth about what is going on, and I wanna make sure other women know the truth too, because that will change everything for your love life and for your entire inner peace. So don't think about the things that are negative and focus on what a great future you will have. And subscribe to get more love advice videos like this so you can actually have the kind of love life you really want. And I will see you next time.